Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today I've got a quick video for you. We're going to be doing a brief review slash overview slash talking about my initial impressions of the THYF GMP, other known as the gas mask pouch. So I went through a bit of a headache in trying to find a good aftermarket gas mask pouch besides the one that I'm issued. What I find a lot is they seem to typically be set up in some type of drop leg configuration. So what you'll do is you'll have two straps coming from the top of the pouch, and those will usually molly into your belt or some type of buckling system that'll then attach to a receiving end that mollies into your belt. And then on the bottom here, you typically have some type of secondary strap that goes around your inner thigh. And I'm not opposed to that system, but I was kind of just looking for something a little different. And the other issue that I have with it is I'm already using a holster, which is going to be widening my frame to begin with, as far as like moving through doorways or any other confined spaces. And if I've got a holster on one side of my body, I'm not going to be conserving any space by throwing something else that's equally as big, if not bigger, on the other side of my body. It's just going to be making it more difficult and just throwing another dynamic in there, maneuvering through doorways and tight spaces that I'm trying to avoid here. So I went out and purchased this pouch, and my initial impressions, good quality. This pouch is on the more expensive side, but I think anybody that buys this, and what I've seen so far from the reviews out there, is that it's well spoken of, it's well made, it's durable, it's lightweight, and it's just simple, really. And I think a lot of times we overcomplicate things in the tactical nylon industry, and we want to make it something that's more than what it is for. And like I said, this is just a gas mask pouch. It's nothing else. So this one is in Ranger Green, as you can see here. And for your adjustment, you have a large buckle here that you can glide and make your larger adjustments. And then you can kind of fine tune here with this tri-glide. So the one thing I have noticed about this is it's very loose. And what I've come to find out is that as I'm trying to get it on myself, what you saw just happen right there happens to me. So what I'm thinking about doing, because it's not very tight, I almost wish they would have used a thicker strap with this pouch. That's okay. Like I said, it's still high quality. The buckles are very high quality plastic, very high quality polymer. But what I'm thinking about doing is I'm fine tuning my adjustment to where I need to get it for just my general use. And then I'm probably going to find something to clamp this end right here and here to kind of keep this tri-glide from moving. That way, it's one less thing I have to worry about when I'm throwing on this pouch. So this pouch is meant to be worn around your waist, as can kind of be drawn here logically. As you can see, there's only one strap. It's meant to be worn around your waist however you want, however you see fit. You can wear this any direction. I've seen guys wear this 3 o'clock. I've seen guys wear it 6 o'clock. So for me, what I did is my belt, I kind of designed my belt in a way to where I knew I was going to have a space for this gas mask pouch, right? And as you can see here, this is kind of a minimalistic approach and setup. I've saved space anywhere I can on this belt for this exact reason, because I knew I was going to have to be running a gas mask pouch, and I knew there was going to have to be some type of space for the gas mask pouch to be able to asphyxiate to the belt. Now, what this pouch is designed to do, as you can see here, it's got two little wings here on the side, okay? And what that's designed to do is create a separation in between your gear and the pouch. So as can be seen here, imagine this is my upper torso right here. The strap is going to be around my hips. Now what these wings allow you to do is to tuck the wings in behind the pouches on your belt. And this is where I wear my gas mask pouch. As you can see here, it's not interfering with anything I need to get to. The only thing it might interfere in my case, and that's just me not noticing this yet, is me drawing this tourniquet, and all I have to do with that is just switch it around to the other side. However, like I said, as you can see here, these wings tuck in behind your gear so you don't have them laying over top of your IFAC, your mag pouches, and interfering with getting to anything you need to get to. As you can see here over on the other side, this is going to be behind my rifle mag pouch, and it's not going to interfere with anything because of those wings. So that's the first really kind of good design feature that I want to applaud THYF with. That's something that probably a lot of people wouldn't have thought of, and that's innovative, and that's something that's very smart, but it's also very simple that helps tremendously. Now, the closure on this pouch, also as you can see here, we've got a drain plug in the bottom. It's going to leak out any type of liquids or anything that might be able to seep in there and weigh that pouch down. But as far as the closure goes, you have standard zipper closure, and the pouch clamshells to about halfway. So it's not going to come completely open. It just clamshells halfway. That allows you to get to your mask, draw your mask, and you could honestly leave this pouch open, and it's going to eliminate, any type of additional issues you might have. If, say, this clamshelled all the way down, then you have, instead of just this right here hanging out, you've got all this extra nylon hanging off your body. It's almost acting as like a tail that you're running around with. But we're going to go ahead here and show you the type of gas masks that this pouch accepts. Now, what I have issued to me is a Avon M50, pretty standard military law enforcement. And I've got the bigger filter on my end here. But even with this large filter, you wouldn't think it fits in this pouch, but it definitely does. So, show you here. And I usually will obviously stage my mask before, but for the video purposes, I don't think that's necessary. I was actually running with it, that's why it's unstaged. But as can be seen here, mask fits in there perfectly fine. It's not taking up any more space than it needs to. There's not an unnecessary amount of material here with the pouch. It's perfect. And as you can see here, it's easier to demonstrate when it is on my waist, but I've got the pouch asphyxiated in between my IFAC and my rifle mag pouch, utilizing those wings from the pouch. Now, I usually will stage my zippers up top here so I can kind of clamshell it open like that and get to it that way. But I haven't figured out exactly what way I'm comfortable with doing it yet. As you can see there, it did get a little caught up. But I'm kind of like just testing it out right now and seeing what's comfortable for me, what's not. And eventually I'll find something that works for me. We've got a Mira safety gas mask. Now, this one doesn't have a filter on it, but it's actually smaller than the Avon M50, so it's going to work just fine as well. See here, fits comfortably. And then finally here, I'm going to demonstrate with an old school MSA gas mask. This one's going to fit in here extremely easy because of its profile. So there you have it. That is the THYF GMP. Again, not the cheapest, but one of the best in quality and in class. So I do recommend this pouch so far. If I have any other troubles with it, I will make sure to let you guys know, either on a community post or maybe even a follow-up short. But regardless, if it works out, if it doesn't work out, the only way we figure out what we like is by buying the gear, borrowing it, testing it for ourselves, because ultimately at the end of the day, what works for me may not work for you. And that's perfectly fine, but that's why I'm here, to give you guys options and maybe give you guys the resources that you maybe did not know before, in order to kind of expand your search when looking for these things. I thank you guys for all the support. I thank you for the subscriptions, the comments, the likes. I always appreciate the comments. I love seeing what you guys have to say and responding to them. But until next time, guys, keep moving forward, and got some new stuff coming out here very, very soon. So I look forward to speaking with you guys then.